Okay, let me kick off the show here this week, Mike. Kicking off the show. Weeks now.
We don't have a set order.
There's no set
Go with the
order.
hot. It's like NHL. You got to ride your hot goalie. Sometimes the backup gets in. Not either, but this is a 1A, 1B.
This is
actually a 1A, 1A situation.
You know what this could be? This could be like a an 84 Patrick Waugh thing where he comes in. He came in as like he had two regular season games under his belt, and then he came in for the Stanley Cup Finals and ended up winning the Stanley Cup for the Montreal Canadiens, and the subsequent MVP award, and then I think, and now the nerds out there are going to get on me for this, but I think like he won Rookie of the Year after he won playoff MVP.
It is technically possible
Because I think his chronology is that he came in. Yeah, he played 2 regular season games. Mm-hmm. Then Buddy, whoever gets injured, he plays the entire playoffs and Stanley Cup.
Yeah,
wins the MVP, wins the Stanley Cup, and then he's their starting goalie.
Yeah, that's the same thing that happened with Matt Murray recently when he won the Cup with Pittsburgh, and the next year was his rookie year still technically. So. He's already a Cup champion. In his
it really seems like that can happen with goalies. You come in, and then you're hot.
But we're both always hot.
That's a good thing. You know, like a tag, we're hot.
Tag team, yeah. I don't know why I went with the goalie. The tag team makes a lot more sense.
Like a tag, like we're making that hot tag here on a Tuesday morning. What are you listening to? You're listening to the Shoot Brothers Wrestling Podcast. This is the only wrestling podcast online that you can find, which is hosted by myself, Cameron Osborne, and my co-host, Mike the Shoot Shepherd. Over there on the other line. This podcast. This is a wrestling podcast. We got a great week. Of course, Wednesday nights. I think Otis and Mandy have a date that they're going on. And of course, a sermon.
A sermon, yeah. We got some church.
This is Vince McMahon is cool. He has no problem.
I like
integrating both church and state
to push a little boundaries there.
Now, I think the big question: are they going to call him the Messiah in Saudi?
I don't know if they would cross that line. We'll see.
That little sigh from you was just first,
I would love it if they had the balls to do it. I would love that.
Before we even have the chance to get to Saudi Arabia,
he'll be the Ayatollah when he's over.
Yeah, that's what it is. The Monday Night Ayatollah. Before we even have the chance to get to Saudi Arabia and Otis and Mandy State, we're heading to the Northwest United States.
Yes,
Portland,
the great state of Oregon.
The great state of Oregon, Portland specifically, for an NXT Takeover.
Review.
Is this their first
Sunday?
Well, I was going to say just like it's the only thing going on. It's not associated
independent? Well, yeah, pretty much. Well, the first few takeovers were like on Wednesday nights. They're regular,
right?
They just, ever since then, it's always been Saturdays, kind of piggybacking off of a WWE pay-per-view.
This is great because we haven't had anything since the fall, since War Games, and we won't have anything until Mania. So, kind of covers that little gap where we have a couple of championship belts and the everything's on the line.
Yeah, we gotta wrap up some feuds to start building the big ones for Mania, and pretty much. And you know what the state flower is in Oregon?
I do not.
A poppy.
Okay.
And guess who opens the show?
Keith Lee? Is that where you're going? I'm not too sure.
This live musical performance. Did you see this?
I did. Did you see this? Did you hear about this? I did.
Yeah.
It was her name.
I made up that state flower thing. It could be.
Oh,
but no, she was like this avant-garde Billie Eilish.
Yeah, I saw her. I guess I didn't see her name. And it's Poppy.
Yeah. So
it's fun.
Yeah, just wanted to give her her comeuppance, or not her comeuppance, her kudos for, I don't know. I'm not saying I liked her, but she was there.
Way to go, Poppy.
Interesting.
Way to go, Poppy.
Yes, but yes, on to some fucking wrestling, because that's all we got with some good wrestling on this fucking show. So let's start off with Keith Lee defending that North American Championship against his greatest rival, Dominik Dijakovic. And this is a matchup, I don't mind seeing this multiple times because every time they just fucking...
Something new every time.
Yeah, and they're great chemistry. Two big men that can do some crazy shit for their size. They're just like fucking... at one point, they're both going for choke slams, and they just kind of like backflip out of it, land on their feet. Dijakovic was hitting corkscrew moonsaults. He did like this crazy flip over the top rope onto the fucking floor with Lee sitting in a chair. All this crazy shit going on.
That one was sick. They did the old. I think they swapped each other's spot on the chair. First, it was like,
oh yeah.
Dijakovic is on it, getting slapped around, and then
and the crowd. This was a great crowd. They were all shh, and then boom, the big slap. I don't think Portland gets much pay-per-view stuff, so this was nice for them.
And just the hottest of matches that you can start a card off with too.
Yeah, just fucking big moves. Keith Lee, he hits a spirit bomb, but then Dijakovic just like rolls through and powers up like a Dragon Ball Z character. He was just like, and then Lee hits another one for a big near fall. So crowds, they're in a frenzy. Everyone's going nuts. Dijakovic hits a Spanish fly off the top rope. It was like 500 pounds of mass just flipping through the air.
Through the air. Reinforce those ring boards.
It was nuts. Eventually, Dijakovic, he tries to lift Lee up for his finisher, but his back gives out on him, and Lee picks him up and nails the Big Bang Catastrophe to get the win after an amazing match.
For the 1, 2, 3, I noticed this, Matt. Did you notice before the crowd is singing...
Bask in His Glory?
Yeah, I've never heard that before.
Oh, I've heard it a bit, but
they've done it. Okay, I noticed it. They're singing Seven Nation Army.
The Seven Nation Army
to come bask in His glory.
Bask in His glory.
Or bask in His glory.
I think it's bask in His glory.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, hot match.
He loves it. Hot match. At the end, they do the whole respect. He picks him up, gives him a hug.
There's nothing like two men who just respect the hell out of each other.
Just good wrestling,
so much respect.
Yeah, if that's the end of their feud for now, they did a good job, and somewhere down the line, they'll always have that little thing between them.
Yeah, they're still on the show.
Yeah, but let's move on to some women's action here. We got the blood feud. Tegan Nox taking on her former best friend Dakota Kai in a street fight.
Oh, man, former
Portland
best
street
friends.
fight.
A Portland street fight. I don't know much about the city of Portland. I've seen the show Portlandia, starring Fred Armisen. So I assume that a Portland street fight involves a lot of hemp products, a lot of reusable sort of things, containers, like reusable produce bags, things like that, and some nice coffee.
Coffee, huh?
That's what I picture. What do you picture when you think of a Portland street fight? What kind of objects do you think are being used?
Like cricket bats and
and fedoras.
Yeah.
Maybe like yeah.
But no, we'll get to right. Tegan Nox, she comes out. Kai attacks her from behind, but it's a street fight, so she can do whatever the fuck she wants. And I love Dakota Kai had a bit of a fresher look here. She looked like a punk rocker with her black lipstick and stuff.
Yeah, it's a classic look,
I'd go to a show with her.
Punk rock.
Yeah, I'd go to any show with you. We get those weapons early on. Kai does grab a cricket mallet, like I said. And she fucking took a swing at Nox's head, who just barely ducks out of the way.
Okay, but why do you think a cricket bat is...
It was stashed. She stashed it. She went there at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon and just tucked it under so she could get it later. But that was a good spot. Like the timing, she literally just got out of the way, and this thing shatters. And then she knocks Dakota down, puts a trash can lid over her. She's like sitting in front of the stairs, so she runs and does a senton into it, just smashes her up. Yeah, and then another fucking good spot where Nox, she sets the chair up, sitting in the ring, and puts Dakota Kai's head into it. And then she goes for a running punt, and she pulls her head out just in time. The timing of these two was impeccable. I loved it.
We haven't seen the punt in a long time.
Yeah, we did see a little bit of unprotected headshots. Like at one point, the trash can lid just got smashed in the face. Then another one got a chair kicked in the face.
Yeah, well, that's face. That doesn't count.
Well, face, head.
No, but like if someone hits you in the cheek, Surely that can have no influence on your brain and your skull, right?
I don't know. I think a boxer get punched in the cheek hard enough. Anyways, we get some duct tape. Can you believe that?
No, I can't. Mainly reason because like I picture duct tape as being too wasteful for Portland. Like if you are to bind something, I think
Portland
like
that environmental.
Yeah.
Judging
by the show.
But their logo was like a saw for like logging and shit.
Yeah,
so
I also was wondering why the saw was there. My best kind of thing was like they saw a Portland hipster in a flannel shirt, and he had made like a toque and a beard, and they just kind of went with this lumberjack thing.
It's possible.
You know, they sort of pictured this burly man, like manly man, big old barrel-chested,
like Braun Strowman in plaid.
Maybe that's what happened. They saw Braun Strowman in plaid, and they were like, and Vince just sort of stepped in there because it's on his network. I mean, you know, Triple H is running the show over there, but it's on Vince's network. So if Vince wants the beef,
excuse me,
he's getting the beef.
He loves the beef, but Nox loves steel chains. She gets one of those and starts pounding Kai's surgically repaired knee, and then eventually she hits that shiniest wizard. But instead of going for the pin, she wants to punish her more, so she sets up a table in the ring. She wraps a chair around Dakota's neck. She goes up to the top rope, ready to kill her, when Raquel Gonzalez, who?
I don't know.
Raquel Gonzalez, yeah, she was in a Mae Young Classic, but she didn't even win it or anything. But she's here and she attacks Tegan Nox, throws her, or she fucking gives her a double-handed choke slam off the top rope through the table, which doesn't break, but actually looked more painful because of it.
Mm-hmm. It always looks worse when it doesn't break because you're like, it's supposed to break.
You hear the slam, it's just like, boom! It doesn't have that cushion of a broken table. But
the cushion of a broken table.
But that allows Dakota to crawl over. She pins Tegan Nox and gets the win. And another great match, I thought. Good match. Great match. Excellent.
Another great match. You know, the surprise entrance only works. I mean, I'm trying to think. There's a handful of non-WWE wrestlers, female wrestlers, who could show up in that kind of way and you would recognize right away.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like not the ones in AEW either. It's like, who are the women on the non-AEW or WWE scene who could show up?
Yeah, that you would actually know.
Pretty much like Tessa Blanchard, I could pick her out.
Yeah, there's not...
That's about it, maybe. Yeah. I'm sure there's a couple others that are starting coming to my head.
But, yeah, this girl kind of looked a bit like Sonya Deville.
You kind of had to double take. You're like, what?
Yeah, double take. But, I don't know. I guess they have something planned for her, so we'll see. Either way, though, I enjoyed the match.
Great match.
But let's continue, because fucking every single match was great tonight, including a man that you haven't gotten to see very many great matches from, Finn Balor. Taking on Johnny Takeover, Johnny Gargano. And this was the Finn. He was supposed to be the heel of the match here, but the crowd, I think, was definitely more into him than Johnny. He was getting the cheers. Johnny was getting some boos, and this was just good back and forth. They started out slow, working their ways up, chopping the shit out of each other. Both chests were red and raw by the end of this. And they kept fucking calling it. So every time Finn does his running drop kick, then now they call it the John Woo drop kick, which is kind of, I don't know why they're giving it.
I heard that too.
They're like, John Woo! They used to just call it the shotgun drop kick, which I think is better. Why give Woo all the credit?
Yeah.
It's the film director, right?
I don't know. Are you allowed to say shotgun? I don't know.
Oh, fuck. Anyways, good shit. Good exchanges here. Finn slams Johnny's stomach first onto the table, right onto the monitor. And then Finn, he goes running across from one table to the other and hits Johnny with another John Woo drop kick. And then he throws Johnny back in the ring, follows up with a coup de grace, and then hits an amazing-looking 1916 where Johnny just jumps up, lands on his head. And that's the finish. Another great match. Finn wins.
A long one, too. This one...
Yeah, it was
this thing went on forever.
Well, there was quite a few long matches today.
Yeah, it was finally a good Finn Balor match.
Crowd was hot. They were loving it.
He's great. What was Finn Balor's last match on NXT? Forget what it was.
I don't know. Well, at Worlds Collide, he fought that Ivan Dragunov guy, but
Oh, right. He fought Ivan Dragunov. Right.
Wait, no,
yeah, we know exactly who you're talking about.
Oh, wait, no, Ivan Drago. Not Ivan Drago.
Rocky 4.
No, that's Drago. But, yeah, this was good. Let's move on to the women's championship match. Because they called it the women's championship again.
So I guess that was like not a thing?
It lasted like a week. Yeah, it lasted like a week.
That's too bad.
Well, whatever.
Whatever.
Rhea Ripley defending against Bianca Belair. Two of the probably strongest women in NXT. Just stacked.
Strong people.
Yeah, and two, Bianca Belair. I've been saying right now, she's got to be one of my top women in the world.
I know, you were saying that last year.
Yeah,
you've been saying that for a year now. Remember, she had that match against Shayna Baszler, and you were hot on it.
That was a coming out party.
I think that was at last year's pre-Rumble takeover, I think, in Phoenix.
Yeah, about a year ago or so.
Yeah.
But here we go. They were doing good here, man. Both crowd into both of them. I think Belair may even had the bit of the edge here. And then at one point, Ripley's on the top rope, and Belair hits that hair whip, which I don't think we've seen in a little while. Which is nice.
The hair can't last forever, right? Like, eventually the hair's going to have to, like, get cut off, or...
I don't know. It's such a part of her.
Or, like, my worst fear is that something's going to happen and the hair's going to get, like, caught.
Oh, like she's running and then it fucking...
You know, yeah. You know, like, or what... I'm just thinking, you know, like, it gets caught in a steel cage, or it gets kind of caught against a rope oddly.
Yeah, imagine she goes for like a dive off the cage.
You know what you can see what I'm picturing, right? Like,
and then it wraps around her neck like a noose, and she's
like either they're gonna work it in to a match.
They should do a choking with her own hair. I don't think we've seen that yet.
Yeah, well, what could we call it? Like I don't know. I was gonna say hairball, but there's the hairball. What could that be?
I don't know. She could do like a mandible claw, just stuff her hair down your throat.
I like that. Yeah, I like that. The hairball.
The hairball.
And then
yeah. But, yeah, fucking Belair. She hits a flipping senton over the top rope onto Rhea. Air Belair, as Morrow calls it.
That's good.
But, yeah, eventually they fight back up to the top rope. Belair goes for that superplex, but Ripley avoids it and hits the Riptide for the win to retain. Great match. Yeah, Belair, though, you know, one of these days she's going to win the big one. And I'm going to be there.
You're going to be there?
I'm going to be there.
Shit.
I don't know where. I don't know, maybe. But afterwards, Charlotte comes running out, and she attacks Rhea and officially has made the challenge for WrestleMania. So that's going to be good.
So Charlotte could potentially be NXT champion.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Which means that she's just on Wednesday nights now?
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Either way, though, it sounds, I mean, the title
Either way,
match
the match is good. Yeah, the match is going to be big.
Yeah, and it's at WrestleMania. It's not at Takeover. So.
Oh, okay. I also pictured
at least
it
it sounds
Takeover
like
for
it
some
is.
reason.
To me, it sounds like the way they're talking, like the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania. I don't know. They could do whatever the hell they want.
Because I also think, yeah, like Charlotte Flair is on the WrestleMania card.
Yeah.
You know, just
and then that's
because
bigger stage for Ripley. That's be huge for her.
Oh yeah, two of arguably the strongest women in the sport. Yeah. One could even say.
They still have time, you know, if you want to throw Belair in there, make it a triple threat.
2 years of triple threat straight for Charlotte.
Yeah. Well, last year I didn't agree with it, but this year I will.
Last year you fundamentally
if it's giving me what I want,
right,
I'm okay with
it.
Yeah. As long as I get what I want, then everyone's happy. But let's go. We got another title match here. I guess the one thing to mention from last week's NXT was the bro, where's my car segments. Did you see those? Yeah,
no, they were actually these super guys. These guys were doing great work with the bro, where's my
car. Good comedy century.
And them like paddling around in a little boat,
the swan boat. Yeah, and then they stake out, or he says he's got a private plane, and then he just shoves Dunn in the compartment, and it turns out they're sneaking on Triple H's private bird, or the boot, as they call it in the UK.
Right.
Anyways, so they're here. They made it. They come out in their little golf cart, the Brosermobile, and they got their new Bobby Fish Fry shirts, and of course they
say it.
How much fish could Bobby Fish fry if Bobby Fish could fry fish?
Oh, there you go. See, I was worried. So I see it. He starts doing it, and I'm just so worried the whole time. Like, no, Matt Riddle, please get
and he's
this.
stoned. Yeah, he's stoned. I think Oregon's a legal state.
Oregon is a legal state, folks. Yeah, and I was just waiting on him to say like how many fish, or like, just fucking up because it was tough. How many fish could Bobby Fish fry if Bobby Fish could fry fish?
Yeah. Well, for those that couldn't remember it, they had a little sing-along thing.
The fucking like
it was like a SpongeBob, the little talking fish going along as they're going, and that just enraged Bobby Fish and O'Reilly. They run out, they attack him, and from there we just got some great tag team wrestling. Mm-hmm. Dunn and Riddle, the odd couple, they just work so well together. Pete Dunne just loves doing the hands up, like, what am I gonna do? Stuck with this stoner. That's just his taunt. He's always like, what can I do? Or, we win matches.
He never looks mad about it. Yeah, but he's just like, okay.
Then Riddle does his little hang loose symbols. Yeah, the thingies.
And I think I think they stuck with, or they mostly had Matt Riddle's theme. I didn't hear them doing like the transition, like the dumb Asuka Kairi Sane thing.
Yeah, which is a good choice. I mean, I think Riddle's is more memorable than Dunn's.
Of course, yeah.
It's a banger.
At least I don't know what Pete Dunn's.
Yeah, I can't think of it.
I can't sing it off the top of my head, so
I will not be using that for Humdinger. But yeah, Dunn and Riddle working good together until at one point Riddle goes for a spear but accidentally hits Dunn. So could this cost them? Nope, because they survive. Riddle gets the tag, and then him and Dunn hit some great combo moves, ending in a bro to sleep drop kick, and Riddle gets a 3 count to win the tag team championships.
Yeah, this was another fun knee
slapper. Whole card.
Yeah,
this whole card was just great wrestling, top to bottom. And the Undisputed Era. They've only got one belt left now. The prophecy has crumbled.
But the prophecy is crumbling, and this is also the Broserweights' first main roster belt, I guess. Yeah, Matt Riddle's first belt in WWE.
First championship in general.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's big for him. He was fired up. Did you see that? It was like off television, Riddle cutting some promo on Brock Lesnar, calling him out.
Oh, he's still doing that, eh?
He's still doing it. He's like, people tell me not to, but I don't care. I'm going to retire Brock Lesnar. Which is pretty. What if it's all an ultimate work? Where's the shoot meter on this one?
Where's the shoot meter on this one? Man. This one's tough because I wonder, like, especially like in the wrestling business, that's the type of thing that you get mad about. I feel like if it's
Brock?
Exactly, right? Because these guys probably aren't friends. If they were friends and saying this, it's like haha, we're friends, we're just causing shit.
Yeah.
But these two guys, like, it's not like they work together.
No.
They
Brock probably was like, who is this fucking little guy?
Exactly. They, for all intents and purposes, probably hate each other.
Yeah. But I would love to see the match. Love to see the match, but I think it does raise that slightly larger question, like, who... Because Brock's not going out on his back, for sure. Riddle has to win. That's the only way I want the match.
And that's exactly it. Like, 100% Brock... Like, if we're still going to Saudi, Brock Lesnar's never going to have, like, a last match. It
doesn't have to be his last match. He can lose and keep going.
But you think Brock Lesnar's going to go out on his back that easily?
I don't know. You pay him money. Pay him enough.
Pay him the oof.
I don't know. We'll see.
How much do you think Brock Lesnar has to be paid to lose? Like, I bet he has. You think you get a bump for taking a bump?
I don't think he cares too much about winning and losing. He just
okay. Yeah, no, you do wonder things like that, right? Because you do hear you do hear stories or whatever. Yeah, you're listening to work shoots or whatever about like Hulk Hogan like would legitimately not.
Oh yeah, because some guys
would not take certain pins. Like not only
Triple
guys like
H
Hulk, but
it was pretty good.
Kevin Nash wouldn't take a fucking pin or something, right? Like you do hear about that.
Yeah, I think Brock, he cares about the creativeness of it, but like winning or losing, he's like whatever. If it can lead to a bigger match, make more money, I'll lose to Goldberg in a minute.
All right, that's a good point. So I can win it back at Mania.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
But a match that did not last a minute
Yeah, let's get
the main event.
If we're talking big money matches, this is Adam Cole, baby, taking on Tommaso Ciampa for that NXT championship. This is Adam Cole. Like this isn't your normal kind of guy.
No, this is a top guy.
This guy is on top. He's not bottom.
He ain't the bottom, bitch.
He ain't the bottom. He's on the top of the pyramid, taking on Tommaso Ciampa. Looking for Goldie back, and these guys got all the time in the world to make this happen. And just like all these other pay-per-views we see, like the crowd is so not like it's not that they don't want Adam Cole to win. It's that they want to boo him.
And the story is just so good. They're so invested. They love both these men. Like Tommaso Ciampa, he was one of the biggest heels, but now he's a big baby face because he came back from that crazy neck surgery.
And Adam Cole is just heel for life. I love the bit that he did. He does the hop on the side of the ring apron. He's like applauding himself and pat himself on the back for a bit. I don't know if you caught this one bit. I think it was like when they're going around the timekeepers area. I think Tommaso Ciampa had like a big knee that sent Adam Cole into the timekeepers area, and he's standing there, and some guy beside him in the crowd.
How could I not catch this? I know what you're going to say.
Okay, you saw it too. Some guy in the crowd is just like cheering for him. He's like, yeah, holds up his hand to high five and gets nothing.
Yeah. Well, he gets more than that. He grabs the guy, the bald head, and he kisses him right on his bald head.
That was fun.
Yeah, so this guy was super pumped. At first, I thought he was just going to leave him hanging.
That's what I thought too. I'm like, oh no.
But he kisses him right on that shiny bald head. And this guy was so hyped after. He's like, yeah! And he throws up the devil horns. But then that's when shit got intense. Cole starts targeting that neck. He fucking gives Ciampa like a wheelbarrow suplex right into the edge of the table. His repaired neck nails that hard corner of the table there. And Cole would just continue to target the neck. You know, he's hitting fucking Panama Sunrise. Ciampa, he hits an air raid off the top rope for a big near fall. But this is when we started getting a bunch of kickouts here. But it was good. I was fine with it. The crowd was going nuts. Like Cole gets powerbombed through an announce table. Ciampa hits Project Ciampa for another big near fall. And then late in the match, the rest of the Undisputed Era comes running out to distract the ref and cause some shenanigans. They hit the high-low on Ciampa, throw him in the ring. Cole hits the last shot, but Ciampa kicks out. So the crowd's going nuts at this point. And I was going nuts. This was fun. This was good.
Just kept kicking out.
Yeah, Undisputed Era. They leave the belt for Cole to use, but Ciampa stops him, and then he gets shoved into the refs. So the refs knocks out Ciampa. He's got the match won, but the refs can't make the count. So Johnny Gargano then comes out, and he's telling him, he's like, use the title. So Ciampa goes to grab it, but then Gargano takes it and hits Ciampa in the head. He's turned on him.
Oh, no.
Cole covers him. Adam Cole covers him, and the ref makes the 3 count. So another amazing match. This card was full of them. But yeah, now Johnny is the heel.
Yeah. Has he flopped? No, he didn't flop.
He kind of did a brief flop last year.
He had a brief little yeah. So are we getting? So that's Ciampa Gargano 4.
I guess the injury fucked up what was supposed to be the finale last year. I think.
Is that what happened?
Like, it was supposed to be Ciampa Gargano, and then Ciampa had to vacate it, so it was Gargano Cole.
Right. Yeah. But Adam Cole's still on top.
Adam Cole's on top, and that's fine with me.
And, like, literally what's next?
Well, I'm thinking maybe Finn Balor, because he beat, what's his name earlier?
Yeah, he beat Gargano earlier. Not a multi-man like match.
Unofficial number 1 contender match, I think.
You know, what does Velveteen Dream care about?
Well, the Dream, yeah, I guess so. That was one match that wasn't on the Takeover. He's going to take on Roddy.
Besides having sex with multiple partners, probably.
You know what? I never realized until this week.
What's that?
So you know how Velveteen's been taunting Roddy with his family and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And so this week he had the thing on his ass that said, "Call me Marina."
I didn't know.
And that's when I put it together, I said, "Wait a minute, Roddy's wife is Marina."
Yeah.
And I saw the picture. I'm like, Marina Shafir of the Goons? He's fucking married to her.
Did you not know that?
I didn't know. It didn't click.
No,
it didn't click.
I've known that for a while now.
I knew. I've seen it. I don't know. It just didn't click.
It didn't click in your head. No, they have a they have a kid and stuff.
Well, yeah, I've seen the kid now.
They got a little toddler.
But yeah, so that just kind of
that just kind of clicked. Huh, that's funny.
Clicked for me.
I thought this was common knowledge that we both shared, but I guess no.
No. So yeah, you could have stumped me on a trivia.
I could have. Oh, God damn it! I could have stumped you.
Not this time, but what a great takeover.
Not this time. Yeah, what another great takeover.
Like every match. I mean, every takeover, even the worst takeover is good, and there's not very many. They're all great to amazing to perfect, and this was pretty near perfect. Yeah,
and you know what? This roster keeps getting stronger. Even it sort of seems like Keith Lee was our biggest last addition by the I feel, and that was last summer. This roster has stayed kind of very consistent.
Yeah,
for the last little while now.
Yeah, they've added a couple guys from the main roster, like Finn coming down. And
just thought there was no 205 match, no cruiserweight match.
Yeah, that was the only belt that I guess Devlin's over in the UK now, so that's their excuse.
Okay, yeah, I don't know, just right now, that just kind of got to me.
No, that's another thing that happened on Wednesday. Leo Rush beat Angel Garza to win a title shot. So.
Title shots,
which
is great, and that was the takeover.
That was the takeover, yes.
That was the takeover. Let's hop into our normal week to week, and you know how we kick off the week, Mike?
How?
We always do. It is with the tweet of the week. It's the tweet of the week. It's the tweet of the week. Tweet of the week. One of the most prestigious championships that you can hold within the Shoot Brothers podcast, and this one goes to Raw Tag Team member Montez Ford.
Oh, the husband of Bianca Belair.
Yes, there you go. You could have stumped. I couldn't have stumped you on that one. Yes. This one goes to Montez.
That should have. I mean, no spoilers, but that should have been the trivia.
That would have been a good
Valentine's
one.
Valentine's Day. Wrestling couples.
That would have been a good. Wrestling couples Valentine's Day for next year, or you can just pepper it in whenever you're you're feeling the love. But this week goes out to Montez Ford.
All right.
Every single day, presumably at a time of wake up, I'm really not sure. Every single day, Montez Ford tweets out, "God is good."
Just God is good?
Just God is good. Just God is good. He tweets us out every single day to maybe help remind himself, remind us that, hey, God is good.
All right, so he's a man of faith. And he wants to spread his warmth, I guess. So
exactly.
Well, if it works for him, that's fine with me.
So Montez Ford, you are this week's Tweet of the Week champion, and man, you could keep winning this title if you with the level of consistency that you have every single day.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's worthy of a title shot. Montez Ford, you are the Tweet of the Week champion.
There you go.
There you go.
You got a cool wife too. I guess did you watch any XFL this past weekend, week 2?
Caught some XFL highlights. Of course. I'm not
my Dragons got their first win there.
Yeah.
So I saw my first commercial for XFL on TSN.
Oh, what did the commercial look like?
You're gonna love it. So it was clips and highlights and stuff, and then the music was X gonna give it to you.
No way.
DMX. So great X use of the X referencing there.
All right.
So good. And I heard the ratings. Each game averaged over 3 million, which is pretty solid.
Yeah, I know. I also did hear that ticket sales went up from week 1 to week 2, went up 7.8% or something like that.
Yeah, so 3 million viewers, and they're saying that on ESPN, the NBA regular season average is 1.9 million. So, pretty good start for the X.
Well, I think that's always been the thing about football is that there's
Americans love it.
There's so many people who way more people watch it than anything else.
Yeah, even college football and fucking
even though basketball, baseball, hockey's definitely at the bottom. So the XFL has a place. The XFL has a place. I don't know. My Battlehawks lost this week to the Houston somethings.
Yeah, Yeah.
Fuck, I forget. But we're coming in 1-1, so that's.
I think so far it seems like the DC Defenders may be the team to look out for. In my scouting report.
It could be in the scouting report. There's the big championship game comes up in April. I don't think there's a name for it. It's just called like the championship game.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully they have some sort of trophy to give them.
Yeah, hopefully they'll have some kind of title championship belt. They have 50 different belts they give to like every member of the team.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. But let's go into some Dynamite.
AEW, All Elite. They coming for you, Vince. Better watch out. It's too sweet.
Because we got a title match to kick off the show. Hangman Page and Kenny Omega defending against SCU. And then right at the start of the match, Dark Order appears on the screen to kind of let them know they're watching and that some of them may be closer than you think. So they're still teasing that arrival of the Exalted One. And Christopher Daniels, he's there. He goes back to investigate because they kind of been fucking with him all this time. Mm-hmm. But, anyways, this was a good match. Kenny, at one point, Page gets taken out, so Kenny's on 2 versus 1, but Page gets the hot tag, runs wild. Omega gets back in, and him and Page eventually hit their V-trigger buckshot lariat combo to get the win, retain their titles. Then Page drinks some beer with the fans, goes away, so SCU's left in the ring, and then the Dark Order come out and surround them, but the Best Friends come out to back them up. And then Butcher and the Blade come out with Hybrid 2 and the Dark Order, and then the Young Bucks come out, so everyone's going crazy, big brawl. And then eventually Orange Cassidy comes out to the ramp and distracts Evil Uno and Stu Grayson, who gets super kicked by the Bucks.
And finally, the Bucks stand tall. This was great. So this AEW tag division, I think what this all has to be going somewhere. They all got to take each other on. In something. There's too many of them.
I think, isn't there supposed to be a title match this week?
I believe it's a battle royal. So I don't know if it's
okay. So here's what it's. Lucha Brothers are taking on Hangman and Omega, and then there's also a battle royal where the winners will get the shot at the Revolution.
Right, Revolution. So that's the pay-per-view.
2 weeks, I think.
I don't see it being a 2-team debacle.
Yeah, we could get some fatal 4-way. Throw the Best Friends in there.
Some kind of thing. Maybe throw in a stip.
Yeah. I don't know. But we'll see.
You'll see.
Sammy Guevara taking on Dustin Rhodes here. Jake Hager on the outside causing trouble. But Dustin, at one point, what was it? Fucking Dustin hits a Panama Sunrise.
That was huge.
Yeah, not just a Canadian destroyer.
Not just a destroyer.
The Panama, he goes up the rope, but and then he follows that up with the final reckoning to get the 3 count. So a bit of a big win for Dustin here. He doesn't have too many TV matches. But then after the match, he gets on the mic and he's all pissed off. He's calling Jake Hager Jericho's bitch. And he asks if he's ever going to step in the ring or just going to keep collecting a paycheck because you're failing at your MMA career and you're failing here before you've even gotten started. So crowd's all like, ooh. Hager's pissed off. Sammy tries to calm him down. So Dustin says, you broke my arm. I want your ass at Revolution. And then they do announce later that will be happening. So
that will be happening. I've if you pay attention to Jake Hager, like there must be some kind of non-physicality clause or something. Or I don't know, maybe they're just playing it very well because he hasn't done shit to anybody.
Yeah, I heard at least at first there was for sure because he had that fight. Like a little while.
Yeah, it was like he had a fight shortly after he signed that contract or whatever.
Yeah.
But for the most part, he kind of maybe gets like the odd kind of ground kick in there or like the little kind of like sidearm punch.
Yeah. Hasn't taken a bump.
Hasn't. Yeah. Nobody's touched him, and he hasn't really gotten into anybody. So this will be, I guess, this is big.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Yeah,
that'll be a fun match. Hager versus Dustin, and Dustin's always great storyteller. So
certainly.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Then we get Tony Schiavone interviewing the heel, Dr. Britt Baker, just kind of talking about the dental trauma she caused to Yuka Sakazaki. Then Baker just says, that's a stupid question. It's my dental obligation to improve the health of the public. That tooth was terribly decayed. And then she just uses some dental language, like the 19th bicuspid on the blah, blah, blah. So,
use some dental language. It's been great. Britt Baker the past 3-4-ish weeks now.
Yeah, pretty much since the cruise, she's been on a good roll there.
And she's getting better every single time. It must be so much easier to get that arrogant, confident heat, heel heat, than it is to kind of be just like that nondescript babyface, which she was. I think when she came in, she was like, "Look at me, I smile."
Yeah.
But now she's possibly the most hated woman in the division.
Yeah, she's got to be up there.
She was out there dissing Texas and all that sort of shit. So I think we go straight into this women's championship bout, however.
Yeah, we got another title match here. Riho defending against Nyla Rose. Little tiny Riho coming out aggressive out of the gate, though, but Nyla fights back. At one point, she sets up a table, but then Riho just comes running along it and drop kicks her. They go back and forth for a while. They end up fighting to the top rope. Nyla hits an avalanche Death Valley driver, but Riho kicks out. She fights back. Whatever she's got left in the tank. The crowd is fired up. They're chanting for Riho. She hits some Snapdragon suplexes. They both kind of channeled some Kenny Omega here. I think Nyla even tried to go for a one-winged angel at one point.
Oh, yeah.
But they go back and forth. Riho hits a coup de grace, but only gets a 1 count. So she hits another one and climbs up and hits another one right into Nyla's face. But Nyla gets her foot on the rope. So the match continues, and Rose hits a spear and then a jumping sit-out powerbomb. And she gets the 3 count to win her first ever championship.
Yes. What's this woman's name? Yeah, Nyla Rose goes home. Sorry. I was looking at something else. Nyla Rose goes home with it. I feel like she should have won it back in October anyways.
Yeah,
Mike, I don't want to say this because you've been hot on Riho ever since, and love her. She's great.
I haven't been that hot on Riho. I haven't been that hot on the AEW Women's Division.
That's a good point. Okay, Mike, you're cold, so I'm going to say it. It's so much easier. I mean, we've seen with Jericho already. You want that spark plug in the division. Just have a just have a heel run in that show. It's such a young division in the first place. Having, again, that nondescript babyface doesn't help things get somewhere.
Yeah, especially to get the title off the ground, and
Riho
doesn't really cut promos or anything.
And maybe this seems like actually like some possibly some light at the end of the tunnel, clearer direction. We're done with this Nightmare Collective thing.
Yeah.
I feel bad for that woman who had to shave her head. Though,
Mel.
Mel. The woman shaves her head for the gimmick, and then they get rid of the gimmick. I hope they gave her a nice little bump on her paycheck for that.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, she'll be sticking around, but
of course she'll be sticking around. But yeah, like I was saying, for the first time, I think maybe this AEW Women's Division has some direction with shitty heel Nyla, and then we're also building the shitty heel Britt Baker.
Yeah, and on the babyface side, you got Chris Statlander and Hikaru Shida, who I think the crowd likes both of those. Those would be my next top 2.
Exactly. Yeah, we're getting somewhere.
Yeah,
Rome wasn't built in a day, right?
Yeah, Omega's the Fit Finley of their women's division.
Is he the Fit Finley of the women's division?
Apparently, yeah. He's like pushing hard for the women. He's the one trying to scout and get some more. And,
what a nice guy.
Oh yeah, good Canadian guy.
Good Canadian kid.
Yeah. Let's go here. MJF taking on the Jungle Boy, Jack Perry. Just a fun match here. Jungle Boy is using his size and athleticism, while MJF being the cocky heel that he is. Jungle Boy hits a running Liger bomb, though, at one point for a near fall. And then Wardlow shows up at ringside. He slips that diamond ring onto MJF's finger behind the ref's back. So MJF nails Jungle Boy with that punch, hands the ring back behind the ref's back, and then he hits the double cross for the win. And then after the match, Wardlow picks up Jungle Boy and hits like an F5 type maneuver. It's very close to the F5.
Yeah, what did JR call it? I don't really remember what he called it.
I don't know either.
I think he called it something.
He might have just made something up.
Yeah, I may have just said, like, slam.
Yeah. Every once in a while, he'll call something by, like, the WWE name of the move. Like, he'll be like, 619.
Yeah, but isn't that what it's called?
Well, the Tiger Feint Kick is what they officially call it.
Oh, okay. So what you're saying is JR...
Excalibur says it.
What you're saying is Jim Ross needs to spend more time on the Wrestling Maneuvers Wikipedia page and really studying what all these things mean. Because that's a good point. You know, at least the one place they don't mess it up though is that it's always called a cutter.
Yeah, they're not going to call it an RKO.
They're not going to call it an RKO. They're always going to call it the cutter.
Yeah. Then we get the main event here. Jon Moxley taking on Santana in the Pirates Plunge match, where they both got their eye patches on. Yeah, they just start
the pirate match.
I don't know. They start brawling in the crowd. They get back in the ring. You know, match was all right. Nothing too crazy here. Moxley hits the paradigm shift for the win. But then right after, Ortiz jumps in, starts beating him up. The rest of the inner circle come out. Jericho hits a Judas effect. And then he signals for someone else to come out. And out comes Jeff Cobb, who hits the Tour of the Islands, a cool-looking move. So I guess he looks to be the new member of the Inner Circle here.
And the new member of the AEW roster.
Yes, that as well. And, yeah, he's just like a big, beefy Samoan guy.
There you go, of course. You know, the former Ring of Honor champion. I think he was a 6-man tag New Japan champion also in the IWGP. Like, never openly.
I feel like, was he on... I feel like we saw him on some New Japan pay-per-views.
Yeah, well, I think we would have seen him on the last two Wrestle Kingdoms, I believe.
Okay, yeah, I remember. Yeah, I can't remember the match. I just remember seeing him. But, yeah, here he is, Inner Circle. So now they got even more muscle, you know, between him and Hager. And
oh, my God. What are they doing here? Somebody's got who's going to be the snitch? Somebody's got to snitch, right? Eventually, someone's going to have to leave the Inner Circle.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh no, who's it going to be?
That'll be the story. The story to follow. But I'll have to wait till next. Or yeah, it's not this Wednesday. Well, this Wednesday there's a lot of shit, but then the next Wednesday after that they've built up like a mini pay-per-view with the cage match and the fucking.
Oh, the Wardlow cage match.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, forgot about that. So wait, I thought that was happening at Revolution.
No, the cage match is the Wednesday before Revolution, and then. I think
gotcha.
Cody, yeah, if he wins that, or maybe he doesn't have to win, then he faces MJF on the Saturday.
Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, this is great. This show is coming up, baby.
Yeah. But that's our Wednesday Night Wars.
Yeah, that was it all. That was all of it. I think it's time we take a break, though.
Yeah,
We'll take a break, come back with some trivia. We got some Valentine's Day action, and of course, the sermon of the year, so you're not going to want to miss it.
Let's shoot, yeah, let's shoot, yeah, let's shoot, brother, yeah, let's shoot, yeah, let's shoot, yeah, let's shoot, brother, yeah.
Mike, we're back with the show, though.
Yes.
Because this is what matters.
Yes.
This is what the podcast listeners came for. They came for wrestling. They came for tweets. They came for they love cucks.
Cucks?
Of all sorts of kind. Because you can't have a show without a slight monicum of a cuck angle. But before we even get to that,
I mean, even AEW's got a cuck angle.
We're saying everybody's doing it.
Joey Janela and Penelope.
It's the hottest. It's the hottest thing going in the book right now. Before we even have time to get to that, let's bang out some trivia.
Trivia. Woo! Trivia.
The love, the Valentine's
edition. Are yours Valentine specific?
They are.
Oh,
actually.
Shit. Yeah, you were thinking. Mike, how many questions do you have?
I have 3.
Okay, I'll give you 3 also.
Okay.
Maybe I'll give you 4. We'll see how it goes.
Well, you start then.
Okay, Mike, this either will work or will not work. But inspired by the spelling bee of years past. I don't even know. I've been trying to think. Half the time was me trying to think of a way to present this in a funny name. The best I could come up with is ass backwards, where I'm going to say somebody's name in reverse, and you're going to have to tell me who it is.
You're going to say the name in reverse?
I'm going to say the name in reverse. So all these examples are 2 named people. where you will hear the last name followed by the first name as if you're reading the name right to left instead of left to right.
Okay.
Okay, so you can ask me to repeat it if I have to, but let's start off nice and easy, okay?
Okay.
Your first name will be Tunts Ockram.
Tunts Ockram. Marco Stunt.
Marco Stunt. See, okay, so
All right.
okay, you were picking it up. Okay, I'm good. Okay, I'm glad.
Yeah, that's fun. All right. So that's the first one done?
That's the first one done.
All right. My Valentine's related trivia for you. So first of all, I want you to name 5 heart wrestlers. So the word doesn't matter the spelling, but heart is in their name in some form or the other. 5 wrestlers with heart in their name.
5 wrestlers with heart in their name. I guess we're looking at H-A-R-T or E-A-R-T probably.
Any way you want.
Any way you want it. That's the way you need it. We're going to go Bret Hart.
1.
We're going to go Owen Hart.
2.
We're going to go Jimmy Hart.
3.
We're going to go someone that starts with like a T. T Hart? No. God, I'm trying to picture. There's somebody else in that Hart family. Let me think about it here for a second. Is there like a? Did I say something like a Billy? No, there's Natty Neidhart. Does that count?
Yeah.
We'll count that one.
Here.
Okay, I'm in it.
That's 4.
That's 4, and finally, I bet it's like a. Oh fuck! I bet there's like a. I'm trying to picture if it's like a D name or a T name. I picture it.
Well, there's one. I mean, one. Think about your last answer for a second.
Natalie Neidhart. Oh, what was that guy's name? Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
Yeah, so that's 5. You got 5. There was Teddy Hart. You were on the track of a T Hart. And then the Stu Hart, their father, he was another one.
Oh, the patriarch to the.
Yes, and then one of my new favorite upstarts, Shotzi Blackheart, over on NXT.
I forgot about her. Okay.
Yeah. But you got your 5.
It's a common theme here.
Yeah. So there you go. That's your first heart-related question.
Okay, Mike, we're going to do this ass backwards thing again here because you seem to know what's going on. Okay, Mike, your next name is Snave Yeckel.
Snave Yeckel?
Snave.
Say it again.
Snave Yeckel.
Lacey Evans.
The sassy Southern Belle. You got it.
Woo! All right. That's cool. That's fun. All right. So last time I wanted heart-named wrestlers.
Uh-oh.
Now I want you to name 3 wrestlers with heart-related nicknames. So this is not their wrestling name. This is their nickname.
Heart-related nicknames.
Yes. 3 of them.
3 of them. So something like Shawn Michaels. The Heartbreak Kid.
That's 1.
Heart is in their nickname. Is there someone whose Okay, that one was the easy one right off the bat. That one was the you should have gotten it. God damn. No. Yeah, this is where we're I think that was really where I'm maxing out.
Yeah, you'll know these names on here. I mean, at least one more.
I'm sure these are names that I've heard of.
Well, there's one current guy. Well, there's a couple NXT maybe here.
Maybe isn't there somebody? No, like something like that. Isn't someone called like the Heart of NXT or the Heart of 205? Is that a thing that you're looking for?
No, I'm not looking for that kind of thing.
Okay. It's not just something Mauro Ranallo said once. Okay.
but that is a valid opinion.
You know what? I'm gonna tap out on that one.
He's gonna tap out. All right. Well, there is of course the Rebel Heart, Johnny Gargano.
Oh yeah,
that's the name of it.
Yep, you're right.
I've heard that. And then Tommaso Ciampa goes by the Black Heart.
The Black Heart. He does. Fuck.
His shirt even said that last night.
It even said. I think it said it on his knee pad.
Yeah, and you may also know Chris Jericho as the Lionheart.
Yo, yes.
At one point or another.
Good one.
But, yes, there you go.
Good one.
And there's probably more out there that I just didn't write down or know of.
Yeah.
You can go off the board. You can always go off the board, and you may even teach me something.
That's a good point. That's a good point, because I could have said something. You're like, oh, wait, that person is called...
Yeah, I'm like, well, wait a second. Yes, that's right.
Well, wait a second. My God.
The Heart of 205 Live.
Heart of 205 Live. Somebody is called that, and I don't know who it is. Okay, Mike, I have another one for you here.
Okay.
Ass backwards, the name is... Alarim O'Nitness. Alaram O'Nitness.
Say it again.
Alaram O'Nitness. No spelling, by the way. I mean, I can't see what you're doing, but no pens and papers.
I'm not spelling it.
Okay,
I'm trying to read it backwards. I'm trying to read backwards what I'm hearing in my head. Say it again. Say it again.
Alaram O'Nitness.
Alaram O'Nitness. I don't know. This one's mixing me up. Titus O'Neill, I'll just say.
You know what? You same kind of letters and stuff and cadence. No, Alaram O'Nitness is actually Santino Marella.
Ah, yeah, those T's and
it's
stuff.
when you say
stump me on that.
Pronounce and saying things differently. It wasn't O's, or whatever it was.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, good one. Yeah. All right, my final Valentine's Day trivia here. This will be a 2-part question, so 2 points up for grabs.
Woo!
All right, Valentine's Day. What Valentine's Day themed WWF pay-per-view was it? What was the name of the WWF pay-per-view Valentine's Day theme?
Oh, crap. I totally know this, too. It's like one of those dumb, it's kind of like that, like December to Dismember type thing.
Yeah, you're on the track.
So what would sound silly in a Valentine's Day world? I'm picturing like a...
it may be, based on something.
Yeah, I picture, for some reason, whatever pops up in my head is actually the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. I don't know why that's what pops in my head. I know that's hyper specific, but give me a second. Let me work with this.
No, because that is the name.
Oh my God, I got it.
Yeah, St. Valentine's Day Massacre. That was the name. It was the last ever pay-per-view that they did, like those in-your-house things. But that was... but the bonus point is if you can name the main event of that pay-per-view.
Of the in-your-house St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Mm-hmm. Who sounds like they'd be in the main event of a...
I'll give you the timeline. It was 1999. It was just after the Royal Rumble, where Vince McMahon screwed Stone Cold, and Vince McMahon won the Royal Rumble at number 2.
Oh.
And this was the pay-per-view following that.
So I'm going to say this was the main event must have been Stone Cold and Vince then.
Yes, but I need more. I need a stip.
A stip, eh? Okay, let me see. What could they work? If Vince loses, no, or like if Vince loses, what could a stip be? I guess if Vince loses, he gives his championship opportunity to Stone Cold. That'd have to be it. Yeah.
That's half of it. There's even
more.
I know. I'm guiding you very far on this.
You are. And I can't think of... Okay, so St. Valentine's Day Massacre. If Vince McMahon loses, Stone Cold gets the title shot. And maybe there was like a...
The match.
Just like a match type, maybe. It was a ladder. It was like a contract.
It was a steel cage match. And yes, Vince McMahon Stone Cold won the match. This was also the WWF debut of the Big Show, who they called by his real name Paul White at the time. He tore up through the middle of the ring to help Vince, but he slammed Austin into the side of the cage multiple times until the cage broke open and swung, and then Austin just kind of hung on, dropped to the floor to win.
So technically, Stone Cold escaped.
Yeah, he won.
Oh, okay. He didn't make the pin. He escaped the cage.
He escaped, which is fair game. Mm-hmm. And this was, for another fun fact, this was the final ever match to use the old school have you seen the blue steel cage they had?
Yes.
It's just like the square, yeah. And then after that, they brought in the chain link.
Huh.
So there you go. Some fun Valentine's trivia.
Some fun Valentine's Day trivia. What another just great day of trivia.
Yeah, just good stuff.
This is about good stuff. Well, let's keep moving on here with the week, Michael, because like you said, it is Valentine's Day. We're celebrating all that is love. And what better way to do it than watching the Blue Brand?
Okay, folks, it's Friday night. It's time for SmackDown Live. It used to be on Tuesday, but then I think it was on Friday before, though. No, wait. They used to film it on a Thursday and then release it. It's just SmackDown Live.
They're live from our home country. But they're out west. They were in Vancouver, BC.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I caught that there. You know, the great marijuana over there.
Perfect. I'm glad that they brought that up on Fox.
Yeah. So, and of course, it was Valentine's Day, the angle we're all waiting for. The show opens. We get a nice split screen of Otis and Mandy getting ready. You know, Otis buttoning up his sleeveless suit jacket there, and Mandy looking fine with her red dress, putting on some ruby lipstick.
Yeah, I'm just getting ready. I mean, the show is going to be 2 hours long, but I'm just hoping, fuck. Let's just get straight to this date. This is all I care about.
That's the hook. That's the hook. They're gonna make you wait.
We do have other stuff coming up. We do have other stuff to get through, though. First, of course, also with a championship match that we were told we're getting.
Yeah, we get. I guess we get the little moment of bliss before that with Bliss and Cross. But, yeah, nothing important happens on there.
Exactly. So which is why we get to the match, of course.
Well, people, at first, I thought this was going to be in Saudi, but no. Bayley comes out, Mella comes out. They're like, let's do this right now. So we do get that championship match. Bayley's defending against Carmella. And, yeah, it was all right. Carmella.
Yeah, this was a bit of a long time. This whole, the intro to Moment of Bliss to this felt like this may have been 30 minutes.
Yeah, the Moment of Bliss didn't really accomplish anything. No. But, Carmella, she's scrappy. I'll give her that. She's going for some stuff. She hits a scary-looking suicide dive.
Mm-hmm. Trying something new. Why the heck not?
Yeah, she also hit a Frankensteiner off the top rope for a big near fall. And the crowd was hot. Good Canadian crowd. They haven't, apparently Vancouver hasn't had a TV taping in 20 years.
Really?
20 years. So, yeah, but...
You think it would just sort of eventually make their way there?
Yeah, I don't know. Yes, I mean, even Toronto went on a 10-year drought, which was ridiculous.
Really? I find that hard to believe.
I think Vince was just petty because our crowds do whatever we want. We don't.
Yeah, we booed Bayley, so we booed face Bayley, so we booed that woman out of the building.
And yeah, of course. But they go back and forth here. Carmella tries to lock in that code of silence submission, but Bayley reverses into a pinfall, puts her feet on the ropes for the cheap 3 count, gets the win.
See, there you go. Yeah, I think that's a great example. This felt like it dragged on for so long. I forgot that you hadn't gotten to the finish yet. And I just popped in there with oh boy, this was a while. Yeah. Yeah, so she wins, and afterwards I think Naomi comes out and they all get in each other's grill. And then backstage, Bayley says she'll defend her title at Super Showdown. She doesn't care who it is. So I think this week they're going to have Naomi versus Mella. Yeah, to then figure out who it's going to be.
Yeah. But at least they're getting a match in Saudi Arabia, so that's that.
Yeah, there you have it.
Yeah. Then we cut back to Otis, still getting ready. He's combing through his beard. And then he gets a text message from Mandy. And she's running late or something, so she just says, all right, sounds good. I'll see you then. He sends some heart emojis. And
wow.
And then Tucky shows up, gives him a little pep talk, and he's like, don't worry, bro. Mandy's going to love you for everything you've got to. So we'll get there. Then Sheamus takes on Apollo Crews and Shorty G in a handicap match. And unfortunately, he gets the easy win with the brogue kick. But at least Gable didn't eat the pin.
At least, yeah.
Yeah. Who I hope he goes to AEW or something because they're wasting.
Yeah, you gotta wonder. You keep hearing about it though, right? And then it's like, how much money are these people being offered?
I don't know.
And of course, you can't say, right? Because what I just read last week, surprising to nobody, yet unsurprising to nobody, it read that Shelton Benjamin re-signed a multi-year deal with the WWE. But it was like underlined with the report of like, although he has been like vocally frustrated with his role recently, he chose to get a new job. And like, we all have that point where it's like, okay, where's the money good enough that you're taking the job? And I guess they're being offered that kind of money.
Yeah, Shelton, he's taking it. So
well, they all, it seems like they all are. And then they get put on TV once every 2 months, and then they're getting Mike Kanellist.
Well, I don't know.
Nobody knows what the fuck's going on with him.
I don't know. So
who vocally says, I don't want to be here anymore, and then it's like re-signed to 5-year deals, and you're like, oh shit, so now you're just going to spend the next 5 years telling us about how much you don't want to be here?
It's just leverage, just using the media for leverage.
So bizarre.
Yeah, but let's get another live satellite interview going on here.
Nothing more I love than live satellite interviews.
So we got the Hulkster.
With Hulk Hogan and The Fiend, one of my favorite people in the business right now, and Hulk Hogan.
the soon to be two-time Hulk.
I know. I want to they need to start giving us more warning that we're about to see Hulk Hogan. I think they need to be like, hey guys, just so y'all know, Hulk Hogan's coming out pretty soon. Like, choose to skip the next 3.5 minutes or don't.
Well, the Bray stuff I thought was good.
It was.
Hulk's like the parody. He comes up there. It's all black and white. They got the NWO music. He's doing the guitar playing and all that. He talks to Hogan, and Huskus shows up, and Bray gives him a chocolate and says, "I hope it's not too sweet." But then Hogan's just like, "Hey man, Goldberg ain't no joke. Good luck." And then he's getting all freaked out. And
so does that mean
like, I don't need luck?
Is Hulk going to Saudi?
He might be there. He's not going to.
No, he's taking a paycheck.
I mean, at most he could take a mandible claw. At the very most.
You think Hulk's putting over? You think Hulk's putting someone over?
I don't know. For enough money.
For enough. Oh my god! As soon as this blood money's thrown in, it kind of just ruins everything. People are putting people over, and people shouldn't be there, and.
So Hogan, he bounces. He gets freaked out when Bray starts bringing up the Fiend. He's like, "I'm out of here, brother," and he leaves. Oh yeah, because he pulled up a picture of Hogan.
So wait, Hulk Hogan is in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he's already in as himself.
But then they took him out after he said those terrible things.
They didn't take him out. They just removed his page from WWE.com.
So pretty much they just disabled the web page on WWE.com.
Yeah.
And now he's back in, or now they've reopened that page.
Yeah, he'll be a two-timer.
And now he's going in for NWO.
Yeah. I mean, they could technically say he's going in as Hollywood Hogan, so that's a different,
Right. And who else is a part of this NWO chunk? Let me guess.
Okay.
I'm going to say Kevin Nash is going to be there.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Razor Ramon's going to be there.
Scott Hall.
Sorry, Scott Hall.
Yeah.
Is he already in it?
He went in as Razor, so now he'll be going
Okay,
as
so now
Scott
he's
Hall,
going as...
Yeah. I mean, you can go in twice. It's the same person.
Of course.
Then one more.
I feel like it's going to be someone weird.
Yeah, it's one, those three is all you need. And then they threw in this other guy to make him
Because, see, I feel like if there's 4, it should be Bischoff, but it's not going to be Eric Bischoff.
Yeah.
Why isn't it Eric Bischoff? Wow. I don't even know. I can't even think of like who a fourth person would be. It's gonna be someone dumb like X-Pac or something.
That's who it
are
is.
You fucked?
Yeah. Sean Waltman.
Oh my god, are you fucked? How did I get that right?
I don't know. Well, you were on the.
That's
trip.
what I want to know. Because wasn't he back in WCW? Was like the 1, 2, 3 kid or something?
Well, he was like six pack or
right. He had a bunch. He had a bunch of different names.
Yeah, a couple. So, but he never really had much of an impact. Like there was 5 other guys and 6 to 10. Like Lex Luger did more than NWO. Fucking all these guys. Big Show did more than NWO. All these. Other guys
that's
Virgil.
That's surprising. That is surprising.
Yeah, but whatever.
Whatever.
There you go. Let's go on here. Cesaro and Sami Zayn come out for a musical protest concert for this injustice that they've suffered at the hands of Elias and Braun Strowman. So Sami's got a ukulele, Cesaro's got a cowbell. They go to play, but Elias interrupts. He's got his guitar, and then but then Elias is like, "All right, you know what? Do your thing, fine." So they start playing. Cesaro's going nuts on the cowbell, and Sami's like, "Hey, calm down, too much." But then the crowd starts chanting, "We want cowbell." You know, they've all seen the skit. We all know it.
Everybody knows what's going on.
Everybody knows. So Cesaro's like, "All right, you want the cowbell?" And he pretends like he's going to strike it, but then he just drops it down to piss off the crowd. So Sammy's like, "You think this is a joke? The only thing that's a joke is you guys hanging Daniel and Henrik Sedin's number in the rafters." So there's your Vancouver.
There
reference.
you go. Finally.
Yeah. So they start fighting. Elias Strowman comes out to save him, and then they pick up the security guy, and they fucking send this dude flying.
That guy
That was a great height. He just,
oh, my God.
Great height on that. He might have a job. He might have a job after that. He might be send him to the performance center right now. And then they show a little teaser for John Cena. He's coming back in 2 weeks to SmackDown. So it's been a long time, John. I'm actually anticipating what he's going to do.
Who knows? Who knows? It has been a while. At least we haven't seen him since
WrestleMania feud.
And we haven't seen him since last Mania, right? So
he didn't even wrestle at last Mania. We haven't seen him since last January.
Yeah, he did. Didn't he he gave an A? He put an AA on Elias and then walked away?
Oh, yeah. Well, he didn't wrestle.
He was the thugonomics of doctoring?
Yes, he was there. That was actually cool. But he hasn't wrestled since last January.
Yes, of course not.
I think he'll be here to start an angle for Mania.
I think he'll be here to not only start an angle for Mania, but promote what will be the movie of the year, Fast and Furious 9.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. You're here first.
All right.
Have you not seen this trailer yet, Mike?
I haven't seen like 8 of the 10 movies in the series.
Well, yeah, I guess this is the 10th in the FFEU, of course, the Fast and Furious Expanded Universe. It just keeps going. Let's keep moving on with this show.
Yeah,
because there's way more important shit to deal with.
Yes, the Valentine's Day date.
Oh my God!
Here.
This was important. You know, Otis, a man of plump stature. Maybe not the what people would call the most handsome man. Yet he has an opportunity to have a Valentine's Day date with Mandy Rose, just a beautiful, fit woman. She's nice. She's funny. She's there for her friends, of course, as we know. This is a big move for all the little guys out there. You know.
I mean, not to Otis is no.
Well, all that.
I know.
Literally, I mean, he's physically large.
He's charming. He's sweet.
Exactly. Why doesn't he deserve a shot?
He does.
Exactly. And he's going to get it.
So he's here. Yeah, he's at the restaurant. He's got a nice bouquet of roses for Miss Rose. He talks to the maitre d' there. But then we cut to Mandy, and Dolph Ziggler appears, putting a hand on her shoulder, and then he's talking to Mandy, and Otis shows up, and he sees Ziggler sitting at the table with Mandy, and instead of approaching and finding out what's going on, he just drops the roses and walks away. And then everyone just collectively goes, "No!"
Oh my God, that was heartbreaking.
Yeah. So here's the conspiracy. So because they showed Mandy was there waiting, but earlier in the night, Otis had gotten a text saying that she was running late or something. So I think Ziggler was the one who sent that text.
Dolph somehow slid in the DMs somehow.
Yeah. And Otis, it's all a misunderstanding. I think he just walked in at the wrong time, and he should have gone up there and just kicked Ziggler out.
Oh, yeah. Well, just simply by just not having them together now, this is going to be the biggest pop. Oh, yeah, I can't think of a larger pop that's going to happen on SmackDown in the next kind of
save it for
while.
Mania. That could be a Mania pop, the first kiss. Otis.
Oh, my God. And it would be huge. It would be, I can't think of a bigger angle going into WrestleMania rather than just have Otis and Mandy smooching. Which was great. I'm heartbroken, but this worked. This should have been the main event too. Let's stop the show right there. But no,
we have a mystery partner.
No,
everyone loves
we got a
mystery. Yeah, we got the team dirt sheet, whatever you want to call them, Miz and Morrison taking on Roman Reigns and a mystery partner. And Rowan chooses very well here because Daniel Bryan is the mystery man. They've had Roman and Daniel have had good tag matches before.
They're fine together. These are our top two faces here. The match felt kind of normal.
Yeah, it was just a normal. I mean, the crowd was into it. Roman hits a spear on the Miz for the win, and then right after, stupid King Corbin comes out, hits him with the scepter. But we already know they got that cage match booked in Saudi, so hopefully that will be the final end of the feud.
And if it's not, then it's flat out 7 months of this.
Yeah, it's too much.
I can't think of a single other feud right now that's been going on longer than Corbin Roman.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not good.
It's not.
And hopefully the cage, hopefully the cage will end it all.
Hopefully the cage will end it all, because we need. I guess we're taking that blood money, which is fine because we have to move on to Elimination Chamber, right?
Yeah. They're rolling right. Which that'll be fun.
Yeah, this was a fine show though. I mean, yeah, like you said, in Vancouver, if they haven't had a taping for years and years now, like they're going to be hot. It's only a 2-hour show. Like that's really not, that's a
not too bad.
That's a great amount of time. It's not like they have to sit through 11 segs for over 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that there's no crowd of people out there who have to sit through 3 hours and 11 segments of stuff.
I think AEW's 3 hours. They just cut the third hour and put it on YouTube. But the crowd's still there for 3 hours.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. I guess
to be fair.
But to be fair, there would be dark matches on other shows.
Yeah. I mean, it's up to you. You can come and go.
I guess, you could just leave at any time. Nobody's like holding you there. But you're always gonna be hot for that.
But yeah, let's kick off Monday Night Raw.
Let's get raw. Let's get raw.
With the Rand Man, friend of the show, Randy Orton.
Friend of the podcast, Randy Orton, of course. We love vaping.
Yeah, vaping.
And
tattoos.
That's about all of his personality.
Yeah. Well, he's a bit crazy. He's got voices in his head all the time.
Oh, yeah.
But maybe that's the reason that he attacked Edge. Just a voice told him to do it.
Yeah.
But, he comes out. He was supposed to face Matt Hardy tonight in a no-holds-barred match. But after last week, when he attacked him, that's not going to happen. Matt's in the back trying to get cleared by the doctors, but nope. But then Matt, he does come out, interrupt. He's got a neck brace on. He cuts a promo on Randy. He's like, come on, man. Just confess. Tell us why you took away Edge's his second chance and why you tried to do that to me as well. But doctors won't clear me, but I came here to fight. So Matt gets in the ring, and Randy says, you got balls, but nobody will understand why I did what I did. And I respect you. And not only Edge, not only do I respect him, but I love him like a brother. But so he drops the mic. He goes to leave. He walks up the ramp. But Matt grabs a chair. Orton comes back in, gets on the apron. Matt swings at him. Orton ducks. Then he just kind of nails Matt's neck on the ropes. Hits an RKO, which is a good bump to take with that brace on, You can't, turn your head or anything to brace. But, yeah, so then he grabs the chair. He nails Matt with it. And then he sets his head up on the fucking steel steps. And he nails his head with a chair a couple times. So he's
a couple times.
Right in the head. This is, I think, the final write-off of Matt Hardy again. We'll see. It's like when Dean Ambrose got written off 5 times.
Final write-off again.
Yeah. Remember Dean Ambrose? How he got written off 3 or 4 times?
Yep.
So maybe this is the Matt Hardy farewell tour before he finally.
Maybe that's what they're going to do. Yeah, anybody who they think may go to AEW, they're going to write them off in this one particular way. It's going to be the all elite send off.
We just kill you off.
Or they they actually just kill you off.
Yeah, but you know what? They didn't kill off. Eric Rowan is here, and the cage is back.
Oh, thank God! It's been a month. So, whatever's in that cage is a month larger, a month stronger.
Yeah. So he's here, but he's taking on Aleister Black. So each guy not taking on a jobber. What's going to happen? But Aleister Black, he's the bigger deal of the two. So Rowan goes for the Iron Claw. Black avoids it, hits the Black Mass. But Rowan stays up on one knee. So Black hits another one and gets the win.
Aleister Black has become very great at these TV matches.
Yeah, I mean, that Black Mass is always pretty nice.
He sure does get a lot of them. Yeah, so...
And during the entrance, he just walked right over the cage on the steps. He didn't give a fuck about it.
Yeah, and nothing further to go on about what's actually in the cage. Shoot meter is still... Yeah. I think the shoot meter is just kind of dead.
It's kind of...
It died.
Yeah,
it died right now.
It's not dead.
It used to be hot. It used to be cold. It used to be in so many different places, but now it's just...
The soup has been left on the counter, and it's cold, but it's still there.
Yes. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's room temp now. Lukewarm, one could say.
Yeah, but we'll see. The cage is still there, though, which makes me happy.
Yes.
Maybe Saudi is the bigger reveal. I don't know. Charlotte, your queen, comes out next to address her challenging Rhea at Mania. You know, she kind of goes over her history, NXT, how it was her class that built the foundation for what has now become the third brand. And, you know, she's sick of this entitlement of women like Ripley who didn't scratch and claw to gain that, you know, to make NXT what it is. Mm-hmm. So there you go, just kind of hyping it up. No Ripley, though. She didn't show up here.
Yeah, well, this is what's going to be weird now, right, for the rest of the thing, is that they are on two separate television shows, and, like, Charlotte Flair is too big to not be on Raw, so does that mean that all the interaction happens on Raw, or do they happen on both?
I think they'll mix it up here and there.
Yeah, it's going to be weird to book. I mean, because this definitely didn't need to happen.
Yeah, it didn't need
this
to
could have
happen.
waited until NXT, maybe, or even wait until the next week, or like whatever it was.
Maybe it was just in case, just for those who didn't watch the Takeover, just to know now it's officially official.
I remember April 5th is WrestleMania, so we still we got building
40
time.
something days.
Yeah.
But let's go to the hottest title in the business. 24/7 championship.
I
here.
mean, at times it has definitely comes
hot
in and
potato.
out.
I mean, it's like a hot potato.
The hot potato championship. That's what they should
the
call
hot
it.
potato of the wrestling industry. Yes,
They should call it the hot potato. The hot potato championship.
Yeah. So Riddick Moss here defending against his former ally Mojo Rawley. That lasted for a week. And R-Truth, of course, the foundation of the division.
Right.
So our first triple threat match for the belt, I believe.
It's exciting.
And at one point, Truth starts doing John Cena's moves. And then that's when I also noticed he's wearing the same outfit, like jean shorts, sneakers, sweatband on his arm. So this was funny. He hits the 5-knuckle shuffle. But then Mojo hits him with a big slam. But Riddick Moss rolls up Mojo and gets a 3 counter and retain his title and run off.
Way to go, bud.
Yeah. What if John Cena versus R-Truth? What if that's your big Mania match?
There you go. That's that 17th world title they're talking about, right?
So Truth is going to get the title before then?
No, I think he's going to win the 24/7. He's going to win the hot potato championship.
Oh, you're going to count
and then they're
going
to count it as 17, and there we go.
Well, after this, we do announce we get our first Elimination Chamber announcement. The Women's Chamber match, where the winner will face Becky Lynch for the title, will include Natalya, Asuka, Liv Morgan, Shayna Baszler, Ruby Riott, and Sarah Logan for some reason.
Okay, so we have the entire Riot Squad.
Yeah, but Liv Morgan's the only one I care about. I mean, Shayna Baszler's going to win the match, we all assume, but I would love for Liv to have a good showing here. At least eliminate Ruby.
We'll see.
But no Lacey Evans in this chamber match. Was a little. I guess she's on SmackDown, so she's not allowed.
Yeah, I thought they would do the 3-3 thing, but these seem to be all people on Raw, which maybe to me gives me the idea that the men's chamber match will be all SmackDown.
Yeah,
right?
So that'll be like Miz, Bryan, Roman, stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully,
Like whoever,
probably Corbin, unfortunately.
whoever's going to take on the Fiend.
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
Or Goldberg.
Or Goldberg.
Could be Goldberg. Could be the
It
champ.
could be
going
Goldberg. We don't know.
Spear versus Spear. I don't know. We don't know. But we do know Drew McIntyre will be taking on the Beast Lesnar. But before that, he's got a big roadblock. MVP. We thought his last match was a few weeks ago, but he's not done yet. He's allied with Paul Heyman now, I guess, because they do a little promo. They squawk a bit. But then Drew, he beats him easily with the Claymore.
There you have it, folks.
Yeah. Drew
Drew McIntyre has to have a thing before WrestleMania, though, right? He has to have like a challenge, maybe not like a big, like a big,
feud in between because Lesnar's never there.
He has to have something that's going to like challenge him, but also get him over, not make him look weak.
Maybe
because he can't just keep kind of slapping his way through 45-year-old men.
Yeah. Maybe he'll get mixed up with the Monday Night Messiah business.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, let him do something.
I don't know. But the man, Becky Lynch, is here. She comes out. She cuts a promo on that crazy vampire Shayna, and she's got a big paper bag in her hand. And she drops out wads of $100 bills. So we're like, what's going on? But she tells WWE this is her paying her fine up front for what she's going to do when she crosses paths with Shayna. So this is simply a down payment on violence. Bad things are going to happen. Shayna's an animal. Only animals go for the neck because it's to weaken the prey before they end them. But take a long, hard look at the pretty face of the longest reigning women's champion in history. And she goes on about, all the stuff she's done. Shayna pops up on the video screen for her little rebuttal, and she says she's going to win the chamber. So there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
We all know. Yeah.
I guess short, effective way just to do it.
Yeah, I mean, we all think this is where the feud's going, and that'll be fine. We'll see. But Rusev is back.
That's
teaming
fine.
Up with yeah,
that's fine.
That's fine. So far, so good. Teaming up with Humberto Carrillo, taking on Bobby Lashley and Angel Garza. At one point, Garza got a kiss from a fan during the match, which looked to be real to me. It was kind of a cute moment. The girl was real excited. But then after all this shit, even after everything, the crowd is still behind Rusev, who's in the ring with Garza. Lashley distracts him. Garza rolls up Rusev with the tights. So Rusev, who hasn't won in like 6 months, just continues to get shit on.
Just keeps happening. This was a fine, tag match though.
Yeah, it was fine. I mean, whatever. Then we get Natalya Neidhart taking on Kairi Sane. Of course, Asuka causing shit on the outside. Eventually, Natalya's knocked to the floor. Asuka kicks her in the head, and Natty is counted out. So these three have just had like a mini feud going on the last little while here. Yeah,
it seems like the Kabuki Warriors are like feuding with everybody personally.
Yeah, but where's the fucking tag matches? That's what I want. If you're not going to use them, put them back on the Iconics.
I don't think that's the, I don't know what the solution is, Mike, but I can almost guarantee that's not the solution.
Let Paul Heyman book the Iconics the way they should be booked. He can do something. But let's go to church. We got it's time for the sermon of the Monday Night Messiah. They got a podium and such, all these little things in the ring. Buddy and AOP are there. They're all dressed in their best Sunday gear.
No, it's not Buddy anymore.
Or sorry, Murphy.
There you go.
I cut out the wrong name. Jesus Murphy. How appropriate.
There you go.
Rollins comes out, acting like a pope. He's smiling. He's shaking hands. He's giving people blessings on the way down. I thought that was pretty funny. He's so much better as a heel. He's just better.
Of course.
He gets in the ring. He hugs everyone. He's speaking in front of the podium. Brothers and sisters, we're gathered here tonight to celebrate the progress. Blah, blah, blah. Eventually, the Viking Raiders come out. They interrupt the sermon. They start brawling. AOP and then Murphy and Rollins just kind of sneak off. But Owens meets him at the top, lays him out. So we'll get some shit later with them.
Yeah, this wasn't like a, I don't know what they meant this to be.
The sermon?
Yeah, it was a promo.
Yeah, it's all promo with
it's almost like that. When they give like a fun name, they give a fun name to an in-ring segment. That's really just an interview.
All the talk shows are the exact same.
Exactly. Yeah. What was it? What did we say the one last week? It was like the Corey Graves electric chair.
Yeah, that's
so they sat in an electric chair and was just interviewed, but like the chair wasn't hooked up to anything, so it's like they were just being interviewed.
Yeah, it was.
But
terrible.
with like an aesthetic tweak.
Mm-hmm.
It was a weird one.
And then the OC come out. AJ Styles cuts a promo. The crowd says, "Welcome back," even though, I mean, he's only been gone for like 3 weeks. He just got hurt at the Rumble.
It's long enough. You notice.
But welcome back, man. He says, "What would WrestleMania be without me?" But before that, he talks about winning the prestigious gauntlet match they're doing in Saudi for that mountain trophy, whatever
it's called.
And then after, he says, "Who's next?" Was that a subtle call out for Goldberg? I don't know.
Or just a way of asking who the next performer would be. Because I think if you're asking, like, let's say there's one person in line and then there's a second person in line. What's the quickest way for you to inquire in towards who that second person is? You could say, who will the next person be? You could say, when will my next challenger appear? Or you could just say who's next.
Yes. Well, yeah, he clarifies. He said he wants the champ. He wants the champ. He doesn't care who it is. Brock, Roman, Fiend, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels. He doesn't care. But Ricochet comes out to interrupt him because he's got that title match. Could be him. So, they clap back and forth, but then Carl Anderson jumps in and says he wants a piece. So Ricochet versus Anderson. They fight for a bit. Ricochet hits this go to sleep with a Pele kick type move for the win. So he's got like a third finisher now, a fourth finisher.
Wow, so many finishers. Oh my God, I can't keep track.
Yeah. And then backstage, Charlie gets a quick interview with Liv Morgan about Ruby coming back and attacking her. But Liv, she's found a home in her own skin. She looks at the future with an open eye. And that future is stepping into the chamber and hopefully winning, moving on to Mania. That's my winner.
Fingers crossed.
If I was booking it.
Yeah.
No. But let's go to the main event that no one really cares about. Owens and Viking Raiders.
Yeah, no one really cared about this.
Yeah, Murphy and AOP. We've just seen these guys a lot lately, so match was nothing crazy here. Owen hits a stunner on Murphy, who sells it with a backflip. But then Rollins attacks Owens before he can pin him, causing the DQ. So everyone beats up everyone. They're ready to crucify Owens, but the Street Profits come out and make the save. So the babyfaces stand tall. And maybe that's your next tag.
Oh my God!
If you remember,
add more bodies to this.
No, well, I was gonna say Rollins and Murphy are the tag champs, but how long is that gonna last? Maybe Street Profits will put it back on the tag. I don't know. Yeah,
this was another show that was just filled with matches and segments.
Yeah.
It was weird. Well, pretty much I think we ended the show once again with a Seth Rollins influenced tag match.
Yeah, I think if they had just done what the main event was supposed to be, Orton versus Hardy in a no holds barred match, that would have been good.
Yeah,
Hardy's retirement match.
That's what people were people were told what that match was going to be. It is funny that they're not very good at disassociating the main event, the main event of the show versus the top angle of the show, or what they perceive to be the top angle. I mean, I guess this is it. We're booking hard on this Monday Night Messiah. There's a shirt now. There's a T-shirt. So we're going hard on this. But maybe it doesn't necessarily need to be that last angle on that last actual segment.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like much of a big... he's not going to be in one of the big matches at Mania, so why is he...
It's where we were on Raw last year, where the main event is subpar because there's no actual championship to go after.
Yeah. So hopefully Drew's going to fix that come April, and we'll go from
Hopefully
there.
Drew's going to fix that. We're going to see it, but that was Monday Night Raw.
Yes, that was your week in pro wrestling.
That was the entire week in professional wrestling. It was a big week, a lot of stuff to pull from, but we got to do it. We got to do it because we do it every week. It is the Wrestler of the Week.
It's the Wrestler of the Week, of the week. The Wrestler of the Week, of the week, of the week. The Wrestler of the Week, of the week, of the week. The Wrestler of the Week, of the week, of the week. The Wrestler of the Week.
Mike, I'm coming out right away.
Yeah, you go first because I'm still undecided.
You're still undecided, so I
have 6 names here.
Of course you have 6 names. Well, I'm not even going to say a bunch of nominees. I'm just going to say one name because I'm trying to think of a reason off the top of my head, and I can't. Adam Cole, baby. You're my Wrestler of the Week. You're so good at it.
Yes, he is the man.
There's the reason, because he's good at it. Yeah.
Yeah, and he is one of my 6 nominees.
Of course he was. So. I knew he was going to be.
Cole. Well, I'll just eliminate them. Sorry. You already gave Cole one, so he's eliminated. Nyla Rose and Riho, they're both on there for their good women's match. Dakota Kai and Tegan Nox put on a great performance as well. They all came close, but I will give it to the other man on the side of the main event, Tommaso Ciampa, for doing great work there, taking some scary neck bumps. A man who I thought wouldn't even be wrestling at this time. It wasn't even a year ago that he had that surgery, and he's already back in title matches, jumping off cages, doing crazy shit.
Yeah, doing crazy shit with his neck. Tommaso Ciampa, you're the Wrestler of the Week, and
I think first time for Ciampa there because he hasn't been around as much time. Adam Cole.
Yeah, that's a good point. And also in a lot of those main events, we Adam Cole was winning because he was winning the match.
He was
and
frequent.
Was winning I think this might be Tommaso Ciampa's first Wrestler of the Week. I believe it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
There you go.
But, Adam Cole, of course, a frequent flyer of the wrestling.
He'll
be back,
he's got
I'm
those
sure.
frequent flyer miles, and something tells me this isn't the last we've seen of Adam Cole.
No, baby.
But that's the show. That's the show.
That's the show.
For the week. Rate, review, like, subscribe. The show's everywhere. So why aren't you listening yet? The wrestling world keeps moving on, though. So Mike, I guess we'll tune in next time.
Yes, next week, get ready for a new segment.
Ooh.
Of
Listeners.
Would You Rather? Would you rather?
A new
You can come
segment
up
of
with
Would You
some.
Rather, of course. That sounds great.
Yes. So they can be good, they can be bad. Just like as an example, I'll say, like, would you rather bring back Owen Hart or bring back Eddie Guerrero? Just as an example.
So
So things like that. You don't have to answer that one. That was
you don't have to answer that one, but that's a
But-
little sneak peek of what is to come. Okay, listeners, you're gonna.
I've got a theme song in the can. It's almost ready.
It's
so that'll
in
be
the
done.
can, as they
It's in
say.
the can. It's in the can. So, let's put this one in the can and flush it down. We are finished until next time.
Until next time, thanks for listening, folks.
Yes, bounce it up and down with the good Lord split it.
Shoot.